Hi everyone and welcome to Inderes TV. Today I have good news because we are initiating translation for our Puuilo content. And that means I'm here today with our analyst of Puuilo, Arto Heimura. Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
We're gonna dig in and talk about Puuilo in a nutshell. We have an accumulate recommendation and we will talk about how the business is like. Let's start there. For someone who has never been in a Puuilo store, how would you describe it?
Well, if I start from what is Puuilo, it is a discount retailer. That means that the prices are basically low.
Yeah, really low.
Really low. They try to keep them low, but of course, not always can be the lowest one. But when it comes to Puuilo store, it's quite simple. Usually a larger one, about 3,000 square meters is the average store. Compared to other Scandinavian store concepts, which usually force you take tour around the store like a labyrinth or
like IKEA.
Like IKEA or So Puuilo doesn't want to make them customers to go around the whole store. So
in a specific way. Just walk around it.
So there is gaps where you can pick one item and go straight to the cashier. So they want to make the shopping experience as easy as possible.
So if you know you want a certain thing, you can just like go ahead to that shelf, take it.
They think that that is what their customers appreciate. But they try to make the shopping experience as simple as possible. Puuilo focuses on DIY stuff. So that means renovation and construction equipment. So not materials, only equipments and related items. But there is also another type of categories, example pet food and pet equipment and other type of categories that are usual to discounters. So like cleaning and hygiene, and Puuilo doesn't have any type of decoration.
So if I think about Puuilo, how it differs from Juula and Vista and Tokmanni and the others, this is more like for the handyman actually.
That's a good example of typical Puuilo customer. So handyman or a person who wants to do things by themselves.
So you go there in order to buy something to make a small shelf and to renovate and stuff. But that's not perhaps the typical, if you compare it to Rusta or to Tokmanni or Dollar Store and the other ones, they have a lot of tingle-tangles and other stuff. Also kind of more making things beautiful in a more, I don't know, can we say this? Puuilo is more for men than, I mean...
Maybe there is also female customers, but typical customer is, I think, male. Tokmanni is like, they have such wide category mix, so that's something I would describe it as everything to everyone. But Puuilo is more focused.
Focus on the one who really wants to build something small. So, and we shouldn't polarize between the sexes here, but I think actually when you don't get to go to Puuilo to get a vase or a cushion, but you can get that in Tokmanni or Rusta.
Puuilo has something overlapping categories, which is quite typical for a discount retailer, but they are more like cleaning and other stuff. There is also gardening and something like that, but they do. If someone asks me that do Tokmanni and Puuilo compete against themselves, I think that the competition between Tokmanni and Puuilo is not that aggressive. They likely compensate each other, so they usually are on the same parking lots or.
Yeah.
So
they bring the synergies to each other, but they have slightly different segments. Yeah. And we actually, just as a reminder, we will go to a Puuilo store later on, not today, but that's a cliffhanger because we really want to show how it looks inside. Yeah. But how many stores are there and what are their markets?
Puuilo currently has about 50 stores. Is it like 48 currently? And they are trying to. Puuilo is saying that there is room for around 60 stores in Finland.
In Finland, and that's the only market.
Yeah, currently only market. And they are referring to the existing concept. So there is room for Puuilo existing concept stores in Finland, about 60 of them. And they will have a strategy update in spring. Was it in late April or early May? But I think they will tell more about the future growth prospects there. So we all know that with the existing concept, there is a limit for growth.
Yeah. So what about that's a good topic there, growth, because if you can build kind of 60 stores in Finland, and what about e-commerce? Is there any share of that?
There is a minor stake of e-commerce, but for discount retailer as such, the e-commerce is not that crucial thing. It enables that customers can explore the assortment.
Yeah.
But because the shopping basket, average shopping basket size is that low, so it doesn't make sense a customer to order online there, because at that case the shipping cost is can be like half of the basket size. So they typically go to the stores and pick items.
Yeah, and that's some type of customer behavior also in that customer group. They want to go in there, look at the wood that they
and usually they have a urgent need for that product.
Yeah. So it's a kind of different customer behavior. But how much there's about, I think 48 is the number now, how much money does one make per year?
Puuilo has quite different type of when it comes to a new Puuilo store. Yeah. The development is at the first year quite can be low. Yeah. And as they build their as customers get acquainted with the Puuilo store, they Puuilo increase their marketing and customers know that Puuilo has opened new stores at our city. When the time goes past, the sales per that store will increase to like 10 years.
So the customer loyalty is high.
Yeah.
Once you get there.
Yeah. I mean that at start the case can be that and no one, but rather small amount of people knows that what is Puuilo. But as Puuilo strengthen their marketing at that place, and when customers get familiar with the Puuilo concept, the growth will start, and it lasts to up 10 years. So we can draw a specific line that Puuilo's store sales increase when it gets older.
Okay.
So that means that the like-for-like growth is quite.
In the beginning, it's low.
If we take a look at the phase when Puuilo is at the 60 stores,
Yeah.
and half of it, its store network is like under 5 years old.
Yeah.
So there will be like-for-like growth after they achieve the 60 store threshold, because the younger stores will grow like-for-like.
Yes. Okay.
So
And when they reach a 10-year, then it kind of slowing down.
yeah, and
Is there a critical threshold there for, I mean, in terms of margins and stuff, if you have to have a certain amount of, in order to get a synergy, a certain amount of stores in order to get them?
Usually, young store is profitable after 1 or 2 months.
Okay.
So it's very profitable model. But I would say that Puuilo's store achieves it highest altitude at after 1 or 2 years.
Okay.
So it's very, very profitable, very fast.
Okay.
But I would add that when the store is 10 years old,
Yes.
and it is at good spot, in a big city, let's say that, the sales can be up to or even higher than 10 million euros.
Okay, per store.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the location is good. Okay. So this is really a working concept.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. So, but when you think about the other peers in the market, there have been some consolidation. If like Top Money bought the store, and Norwegian Europris bought AOB. So if the growth is limited, and the concept is good, what do you think? Could there be plans?
Yeah. Yes. There is no such large store or retail concept anymore in the market. So Tokmanni has been one the consolidator a long time. But there is smaller discount retailers, typically local discount retailers that has 1 or 2 stores.
Yeah.
So at the start of this year, Puuilo acquired Hurrikaani.
Yeah.
3 Hurrikaani stores that are smaller local discount retail operator, and they try to convert the concept to Puuilo.
Yeah.
So that show us if that kind of model work.
Yeah. For growth going forward.
Yeah. So acquisitions is one type of factor to increase growth after the maximum of 60 stores achieved.
Yeah.
But also there is a chance to go international.
Yeah.
So
like the other ones.
Yeah. And in Puuilo's case, I would assume that they will or would go organically. So
yeah,
they would
1 store at a time, or
yeah. Puuilo's competitor Motonet is currently opening new stores to Sweden. So which is it's kind of show us if the Finnish concepts work.
Would be possible to duplicate in the other countries as well. Yeah, interesting. But I mean the proposal for dividends also this year. I mean there's a lot of money being paid out, which also is a sign of that there's nothing to investing at the moment. Or am I just assuming, or what's your thought on that?
That's a fact, because the opening of new store is kind of capital light. So and when the cash flow is such good, there is no, without any acquisitions or like very aggressive store network expansion, Puuilo's kind of forced to pay the dividend to its shareholders. So there is no other place to invest the capital.
Yeah. You mentioned already there. Let's talk about economical performance. I mean, good cash flow.
Yeah.
And good sales.
Strong growth. Very good profitability. Puuilo is one of the profitable retailers in Europe. So maybe in America, North America, there can be players that achieve same type of profitability, but I think Europe doesn't have.
So if you compare them to Tokmanni, Rustan and other ones, it should have Verkkokauppa or some.
Yeah, so
the profitability.
Yeah, Tokmanni makes profitability of at the highest peak. It has been like 9% EBIT margin. Puuilo's normalized level is at 16 or 17.
Yeah.
And they likely achieve something like 19% if we can think the situation as when the 60 store is achieved.
Yeah.
And they kind of push down their growth ambitions, then the 19% EBITDA is possible.
But that's really high in compared to the others.
Yeah. So Puuilo is quite cost aware.
Yeah.
And they have quite good gross margin also, and when you combine these two factors in growth, it will generate quite good margins, and this is also visible in the return on capital. So ROIC is about 40 to 50%, which is very good. Very good,
yeah. And link down below to the translation. Let's talk about valuation.
Yeah. This is, we can refer the previous discussion, because when the growth is good or strong, profitability is strong, then the valuation is typically high.
Yeah.
So currently, Puuilo's valuation is, in our view, quite high, and we don't see there much upside potential, rather downside. But when we think about Puuilo's growth perspective, we see that the short-term valuation is justified, because the EPS growth will kind of correct it to neutral level. And we want to stay with Puuilo because it seems to be one of the leaders in retail sector.
Yeah, and the recommendation?
Recommendation is accumulate currently.
I think it's good to stop there, and thank you so much for all these comments, and go down the link below to read the whole research report. Thank you.